What is up, guys? Welcome back to TeeDogCustoms to another video. I'm gonna jump right into this video, make it short and sweet. But what we're doing is we are replacing this part right here. I got this part off of Amazon. It had the best reviews and it was fairly inexpensive, so we'll see. But this is the issue. See all that play? Now supposedly this is supposed to get rid of it, so we will see. We're gonna start by, well, let me first start by saying this is for the NV4500 transmission out of the Cummins, Dodge Cummins, or maybe a GM one you got. Should be relatively the same, but this one is specifically for a Cummins. So, you know, I don't know if they're cross part numbered or not. But anyways, so things that might be a little different is this is in a 94 YJ Jeep. I have a Cummins swap in it. So this part right here might be a little different, which is taking off the actual cover, dust cover boot here. So I'm going to take this off, but pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to stick a wrench on this. I'm going to see if I can do it right here, and this has to untwist. So gonna have to I'm gonna need two hands, but pretty much what you're gonna do is just try to break this free. So let me do that real quick. Alright, I probably could have got that with one hand, but literally just unscrews. I put anti-seize. I did not want to have to fight with this at all, so might be something to consider, possibly putting anti-seize back on here when you go to put it down. And don't mind this, I was welding through powder coat pretty much. For some reason the fitting from here started wiggling, so I did the quick fix. Since it was below the boot anyways, I just tried to weld through powder coat enough to do it. Anyways, that worked out. So now that's going to leave you with something like this. You can still see there's wobble play. So now take off the dust boot. I forgot to record it, but you're going to pull your dust boot off, or whatever it's called. This is what it looks like on mine because you know, it's in the Jeep obviously. So one thing, it does, the new part does look a little bit longer in this area here, but it could just be the boot. We'll compare it once we get them both out, but for this part there is four 10mm bolts that need to come out, and we've got them all loosened up. And I went ahead and I put the trans in neutral. That way I knew exactly, you know, I didn't have to try to put it in first gear to put the new one back in. But yeah, you can see up in there, there's quite a bit of wear. This transmission, if I'm not mistaken, well, I actually don't know the mileage of the trans, but I'm sure it's quite a doozy. I might just reuse the plate. Yeah, I RTV'd this one down, so I'm just going to reuse reuse that plate and put the new one on. And if I have issues with like it sealing properly, then I will just put that one back on. But it should be fine. All right, I'm just gonna clean this up like that. All right, perfect. All right, so let's compare these bad boys. So this new one comes with, like I said, the plate here, and it comes with the little sleeves that slip down in here, and it also comes with the bolts. So it's pretty much a full drop-in replacement kit. Let me set you guys up on a tripod. All right, so here is the old one. There's just a lot of slop and play in this. If you can hear that. That's from side to side, so that's shot. And I was wrong. It looks like the height is about the same, I think. So it's about the same, no issue there. And then the new one, there is no play side to side and a much tighter fit as to be expected. So now it's time to put this in. You've got these little sleeves that slide down in here, right, like that. There's 4. Right, like that. See that? Now you'll pop these in. I am putting the bolts in. Now you could run some Loctite on these if you wanted. I'm not going to, but it's an option. And then what I like to do is just slide that down in, and it pops down in there right like that. Then I snug them down with this. Not too tight with the gun. You don't want to crack it. So these boxes, this new box is plastic, so you just want to be aware of that. Man, that is nice and tight. So really looking forward to that. So we have that tightened down now. Now it's literally just reverse the process, guys. We're going to slap this bad boy back on. Remember to do this because it'll be a lot more difficult getting your shifter on if you do this last. It's just easier. Now I'm gonna secure mine down later. I don't need to do that now. And before I Loctite this, or not Loctite, but I just want to make sure that I got the, see, what I was seeing is if the rotations were the same as the old one, and it's off. If you see the angle that this is at, so I want the angle at like this right here, you know, something like that right there. So maybe, see, that's too far over. So what I want to do, I'm going to try this. If I can tighten this down and it turn enough to not be in my way. So I'm gonna hop in the driver's seat real quick and see if this is in my way. And it is what I suspected. It is not spaced properly. So the thread is going to be a little bit different because I had to actually bend my shifter for this specific Jeep application. This might not go for you, but it definitely is going for me. I'm gonna have to put a spacer down here so I can rotate this back to where this curve is actually curving toward the passenger side. That will give me leg room to go first gear, second gear, and all that. So let me figure that out. But as far as everything else goes, you're pretty much done at this point. Super easy. And we'll go ahead and test drive it once I finish this and see if that slop is gone. Already, you can notice we're in neutral, but if we're in a gear, there's no slop at all, which is awesome because it was actually having trouble sometimes going into gear because there was so much play. You had to nail it just right, if that makes sense. And just like that, guys, I put a washer down there and then a crush washer, and it worked out just perfectly. This is exactly the angle I needed at, and that washer can also help hold this boot above it. So that'll be sweet having that like that. And now we can just screw this cap back down and we are done. So let me do that. We'll take it for a drive and then I will give you guys my report on how it did. So thank you guys for watching. I'll be right back. So as I kind of assumed and could have predicted, it was night and day difference with the new, I don't even know what they call that. I will look it up though by the time I post this video. But yeah, with the new shifter tower, we'll just call it that. It is like shifts are precise and on point, and I'm really glad for being as cheap as it was. I will put the link up for this specific one down in the description. As far as it working, it has worked good all 5 minutes I got to drive it. So as far as that goes, no problems there. So I think that will do it for this, guys. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more on the Cummins Jeep, be sure to subscribe and follow along. Got a lot more content coming on this thing, as well as some trail rides coming up hopefully too. So with that, I will catch you guys. Peace.